As a blacksmith, oftentimes the project you're working on needs to have a hole put in it. Drilling is the obvious choice, but if you're already working with hot iron, you don't necessarily want to take the time to let it cool off, go to the drill press, drill the hole, then come back, heat it up, and finish working on your project. Punching can be much faster, much more efficient, and it's a much older technique that dates to a time when drills weren't really all that efficient to start with. One advantage to punching a hole is that you can make that hole any shape you want that hole to be. Do you want a round hole, a square hole, rectangular, oval, a long slot? Whatever it is you need, you can make your own punch to do the work and make the hole the shape you want the hole to be. It's really quite simple to make handheld punches. These don't take very long at all, and I probably have dozens of these in the shop that I've made over the years for special projects, and it's well worth the time to make one when you need one. If you're going to be working with a striker, somebody swinging a sledgehammer, perhaps you want a punch on a handle so your hand isn't anywhere near that sledgehammer. It also keeps your hand away from the heat a little bit better. Sometimes people confuse these with hammers and think that you're striking a hammer with another hammer. This is not a hammer in the typical sense, although some people might call it a punch hammer, but it is meant to be set on the work, struck with another hammer, and not swung like a hammer itself, often referred to as a set tool or a set punch. It's also possible to make punches for use under the power hammer. In larger, heavier material, working under the power hammer can be much more efficient. But these punches will take a lot more abuse, and you need to make them out of appropriate steel. Regardless of whether you're working at the anvil by hand, working with a striker, or working under a treadle hammer or a power hammer, the basic technique of punching remains the same. You start on one side, you drive the punch through until you feel resistance on the back side. It quits really going anywhere. You compress the metal as much as you can. And when you flip that material over, you should see a cold spot right where that punch has been down against the anvil. Line your punch up with that, and then start from the back side of the material, often punching through a Pritchell hole, Hardy hole, or a specialized bolster plate that's the exact size of the punch you're using. This little piece, often referred to as a biscuit, is all the material that is wasted. You can see it actually swells around the outside edge there when you do the punching. So punching leaves more material than drilling. Sometimes you have to work a little bit to get the biscuit to break free. If you're punching a hole in thick material, sometimes a little sprinkling of coal dust will help keep the punch from sticking. That hole's a little off center, but that's an interesting effect. You might actually want to do that intentionally. So that's just a quick look of one of the fundamental skills of blacksmithing, punching holes. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, I would love it if you hit that subscribe button. Feel free to stick around, watch a few of the other videos, share the videos with your friends, but then make time in your day to get out to your shop, make something, but stay safe, wear your safety glasses. We'll see you for the next one.